Chewing gum, we love it. It freshens breath, relieves boredom, and even helps us focus. But what happens when we swallow it? The answer might surprise you. Contrary to popular belief, swallowing gum isn't a recipe for disaster. Your body is a well-oiled machine, equipped to handle things even as stubborn as a wad of chewing gum. Think of your digestive system as an intricate disassembly line. Food enters, gets broken down, and its nutrients are absorbed. Gum, however, throws a wrench in the works. Its main components, synthetic rubber, resins, fillers, and sweeteners, are mostly indigestible. This means gum travels through your system relatively intact. It's like a tourist on a sightseeing tour, passing through without leaving much of a trace. Sure, it might take a bit longer than your average meal to make its exit, but it will eventually be shown the door. So the next time you accidentally swallow your gum, don't panic. Your body's got this. Let's follow a piece of gum on its adventure through your digestive system. First stop, the mouth. Here, your teeth and saliva start breaking down food. Gum, however, remains largely unchanged. Its rubbery base is designed to withstand this initial onslaught. Next up, the esophagus. This muscular tube propels food downward with wave-like contractions. Gum, being smooth and slippery, slides right through, no problem. The stomach is where things get interesting. This acidic cauldron churns and grinds food, preparing it for further digestion. However, even the stomach's powerful acids can't dissolve gum's resilient base. Undeterred, the gum continues its journey to the small intestine. Here, nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream. But gum, with its indigestible nature, has nothing to offer. It's like trying to squeeze orange juice from a rubber ball. You'll get nowhere. Finally, the gum reaches its last stop, the large intestine. This is where water is absorbed, and waste products are prepared for elimination. Gum, having remained intact throughout its journey, is simply excreted along with everything else. Now that we've traced gum's path through your digestive system, you might be wondering, is swallowing gum really harmless? For the vast majority of people, the answer is yes. Your body is incredibly efficient at processing and eliminating waste, including indigestible substances like gum. Think of it this way. You eat other indigestible foods all the time, corn kernels, fruit seeds, and certain fibers, to name a few. These pass through your system without causing any harm. Gum is no different. It's simply along for the ride. However, there are a few exceptions to this rule. In rare cases, swallowing large amounts of gum, especially in a short period, can lead to digestive issues. This is particularly true for young children whose digestive tracts are still developing. We'll delve into these potential risks in more detail later. But for now, rest assured that swallowing the occasional piece of gum is unlikely to cause any lasting damage. Your body's got this. While swallowing gum is generally harmless, there are a few rare instances where it can pose a problem. One such instance is when a large amount of gum is swallowed in a short period, especially by young children. This can create a sticky mass that's difficult for the digestive system to process, potentially leading to constipation, or, in very rare cases, a blockage. Another potential risk is swallowing gum along with other indigestible objects. For example, if a child swallows gum with coins or small toys, these objects can clump together and obstruct the digestive tract. This is why it's crucial to teach children not to swallow gum, especially if they're prone to putting other objects in their mouths. In extremely rare cases, swallowing gum has been linked to bezoars, which are hard masses that can form in the digestive system. Bezoars are more commonly associated with swallowing hair or certain types of fiber, but gum can contribute to their formation in susceptible individuals. It's important to note that these risks are incredibly uncommon. However, it's always better to be safe than sorry, so it's best to avoid swallowing large amounts of gum or chewing gum with other indigestible objects. So you've swallowed a piece of gum. Don't panic. As we've established, it's highly unlikely to cause any harm. In most cases, the gum will simply pass through your system and be eliminated in your stool within a day or two. There's no need to induce vomiting or take any drastic measures. Simply continue eating and drinking normally and nature will take its course. However, if you experience any unusual symptoms after swallowing gum, such as abdominal pain, constipation, or vomiting, it's important to consult a healthcare professional. While these symptoms are unlikely to be related to the gum, it's always best to err on the side of caution and rule out any other potential issues. Remember, listening to your body is key. If something feels off, don't hesitate to seek medical advice. And as a general rule of thumb, it's always a good idea to chew gum in moderation and avoid swallowing it whenever possible. We've talked about how gum travels through your digestive system relatively intact, but why is that? What makes this chewy treat so resistant to our body's powerful digestive forces? The answer lies in gum's unique chemical composition. Unlike most foods, which are made up of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, chewing gum is primarily composed of synthetic polymers, resins, plasticizers, and elastomers. These ingredients give gum its characteristic chewiness and elasticity, but also make it incredibly difficult to break down. Imagine trying to digest a rubber band. Your teeth might be able to make a dent, but your stomach acids wouldn't stand a chance. Gum is similar in that its base is designed to withstand the mechanical and chemical processes of digestion. That's not to say that your body doesn't try. Your saliva contains enzymes that start breaking down food in your mouth, and your stomach churns and grinds food with powerful acids. However, these digestive forces are no match for gum's resilient polymers and resins. As any parent knows, kids and gum can be a messy combination. While chewing gum itself isn't inherently harmful to children, swallowing it, especially in large amounts, can pose a slightly higher risk than it does for adults. Children's digestive tracts are still developing and may not be as efficient at processing indigestible substances like gum. This can increase the likelihood of digestive issues such as constipation or, in very rare cases, blockages. Furthermore, children are more likely to swallow gum accidentally or engage in risky behaviors like chewing on multiple pieces at once or swallowing gum with other objects. This can further heighten the risk of complications. Therefore, it's generally recommended to avoid giving chewing gum to children under the age of 4 or 5. When children are old enough to chew gum, it's crucial to teach them to do so safely and responsibly, emphasizing the importance of not swallowing it. Parents can also opt for gum alternatives, such as xylitol-sweetened gum, which can be beneficial for dental health. However, even with these alternatives, moderation and supervision are key. For years, a popular myth has persisted that swallowing gum will clog up your intestines, sticking to your insides like cement. This myth likely stems from the fact that gum doesn't break down in your digestive system like most foods. However, as we've discussed, gum simply passes through your digestive tract relatively intact. It doesn't have any magical adhesive properties that allow it to cling to your intestinal walls or create blockages. Your intestines are designed to handle a variety of substances, including indigestible materials like fiber and seeds. Gum is no different. It's simply along for the ride, moving through your system until it's eventually eliminated in your stool. So rest assured that swallowing the occasional piece of gum won't turn your insides into a sticky, gooey mess. Your body is far more resilient than that. While swallowing gum isn't the health hazard it's often made out to be, it's still not something you should make a habit of. Like most things in life, moderation is key when it comes to chewing gum. Chewing large amounts of gum, especially those containing sugar alcohols like sorbitol or xylitol, can have a laxative effect, leading to bloating, gas, and diarrhea. This is because sugar alcohols are poorly absorbed by the body and can ferment in the gut, producing gas and drawing in water. Furthermore, excessive gum chewing can put stress on your jaw muscles, potentially leading to jaw pain, headaches, and even temporomandibular joint disorder, TMJ. This is especially true for people who already have jaw problems or clench their teeth. Therefore, it's best to enjoy chewing gum in moderation, limiting your intake to a few pieces per day and opting for sugar-free varieties whenever possible. And as always, listen to your body and take breaks if you experience any discomfort. While swallowing gum is generally harmless, there are a few instances where it's important to seek medical attention. If you experience any of the following symptoms after swallowing gum, especially if they are severe or persistent, consult a healthcare professional. Severe abdominal pain. While mild discomfort is common with digestive issues, severe pain could indicate a more serious problem. Persistent vomiting. Vomiting that lasts for more than a few hours can lead to dehydration and requires medical attention. Constipation that doesn't improve. If you haven't had a bowel movement in several days, especially if it's accompanied by abdominal pain, it's essential to seek medical advice. Blood in your stool. This could be a sign of a more serious digestive issue and requires immediate medical attention. Remember, it's always better to be safe than sorry. If you're unsure about something or if your instincts are telling you something is wrong, don't hesitate to reach out to a healthcare professional. Your health is paramount, and seeking medical advice when needed is always the best course of action. So, there you have it, the sticky truth about swallowing gum. While the myths of gum clogging up your intestines or remaining in your stomach for 7 years are unfounded, it's still not something you should make a habit of. Chew gum in moderation, be mindful of potential risks, and teach children to do the same. And if you ever experience any unusual symptoms after swallowing gum, don't hesitate to contact a healthcare professional. By following these simple guidelines and relying on a healthy dose of common sense, you can continue to enjoy the simple pleasure of chewing gum without worrying about the occasional swallowed piece.